Here is the sprayed concrete, antique looking limestone planter.
But when this dries out, it'll look very different. Okay, we got to finish this guy up, and I'm going to put this video up and show you how to spray concrete planters. Yeah, I'm going to make some concrete planters by spraying cement. And here is mortar sprayer. So we're going to mix some fine sand with some cement, and we're going to spray these planters with the material. This planter here has a bit of a secret. I made a mold on this, a video on this. It's got a mold casing, and it's got the mold itself. So I don't need to do anything with this. I can spray the mortar directly onto this. This cut-off pyramid is made out of wood. If I were to spray the cement against this, it would turn incredibly sticky. I would never get it off. So what I need to do is I'm going to staple some polypropylene bags onto the surface itself, and then spray against these bags. Undo the staples, and that way I can demold it very easily. Yeah, so there's 3 holes here, 3 valves inside here that propel the cement forward. And you have to use a wheelbarrow to get this to work out nicely, because you can scoop up in a wheelbarrow really easily. So all you're trying to do is get a first coat on. So what I always do is I always just basically will make my bottoms with a trowel instead of spraying it. It's a lot easier. I just like to get it started with spray. And basically what this spraying does, it gives you a really rough looking planter that is very quickly it'll catch
Mold and all kinds of other growth will attach itself to this rough planter. It looks really nice. This ages incredibly well because a lot of energy gets stuck on the roughness, in the roughness. You could even take a handful of really rich topsoil and rub the topsoil into the planter's cavities, and that would really get that planter to start to grow organic matter almost immediately. It would make a big difference if you also paint this planter, because the painting will show up all the three-dimensionality of the planter as well. We almost always push the bottom in with a trowel just to give the top edge a stronger edge. Just by troweling it into place, we get, instead of it being 3/4 of an inch thick, it's 1.5 inches thick. Yeah, I'm going to throw some concrete hardener on here. This is used to make staircases, so it's an incredibly strong material. The reason I like using this is, first of all, it gives you a really nice strong skin, but it also gives you two different colors. The area that doesn't get this material and the area that does get the material. So you get a little bit of a three-dimensional look. I also like the fact that it is a lighter color. This lighter color absorbs paint a lot better than the gray itself. Doing both planters the same way is interesting because we can actually put them in the same area of the garden. This is a very effective way of drying the planter out a lot too. It helps us being able to demold this a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it's 2 days later. And what I want to show you is this here. You have to basically get this edge free, and there's a silicone mold inside there, so we're going to so what I'm trying to do is free up the silicone. There's a silicone bag here, which is going to make it quite easy to release. And this lighter color, the reason I like lighter colors or darker colors, you can actually get a contrast with any finish you put on it. It looks really nice. So I'm going to finish up getting this edge off. And always remember, I can't preach it enough, this demolding is the biggest problem with any type of concrete planters. I got trying this tool. There we go. This is my favorite release process, is by having these silicone bags as my mold, as a separator, and it helps immensely. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one for now. So first step is you don't want any sharp edges. Maybe 30 pounds. Okay. I'm going to paint this on very dry. And it's a Rust-Oleum metal paint. And I've used this paint before and it ages quite well. Looks a little bit like wood, but the difference is when the sun shines on it, it has this nice look to it. Nice reflective look. Okay, we're going to finish painting this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. I always like to add a second color, usually a lighter color, and I always use a spray bottle because the spray bottle allows the lighter color to go into all the joints. Here we've sandpapered or roughed up the finish just to make it look more organic.